Alright guys, welcome back to some more of the house in Fata Morgana. This is it guys, we're gunning for the true end in this, starting now. After that particular blunder in the previous video, I'm here to rectify that. So, starting from here on, we're going cool with the true end. I'm calling it the true end because I believe that's what it's called. So if anything else guys, we're going to continue on from there and see where it goes. So I hope you all continue to enjoy watching. Now let's do this. Here we go. Of course I'll deny it. While I was floating in the darkness, I heard a voice. Regrettably, it took me far too long to realize that it was your voice crying for help, calling for me. You may have lost hold on your old self, but somewhere deep down you kept calling for me, which is how I found my way here. I refuse to believe that isn't real. I refuse to stomp on a love that had survived for hundreds of years. By all means, hate me. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't care if you spit bile at me for the rest of eternity. I will not let go of this hand, because you asked me not to. I could kill you, right now. If that's what you want, then go right ahead. But I'll fight you with all I've got. Giselle, I missed you too much to lose you again. I don't care if it makes you despise me. I don't care if you think I'm being inconsiderate. I want to save you. But I'm not the Giselle you once knew. I'm an abomination. My mind and body are twisted beyond recognition. I'm a disgusting monster. The woman you fell in love with does not exist anymore. So just forget about me. You are the one who should be saved. Set free from me. You look the same to me. Your manner of speaking, your temperament, your physical appearance may all have changed. But you are still the same Giselle I love. You should never have done anything for a foolish girl like me. You gave your life to save mine, and I hated you for that. I never once considered how you felt with those knights pointing their blades at you, or what drove you to allow me to live. I should have, but I didn't. I was the one who trusted the witch, and yet I complained when you never showed up. I unfairly resented you for it. I'm a horribly self-centered person. You would be so much better off with someone pure and unburdened with all this nasty suspicion and doubt and animosity. You would be so much happier with someone like her. Giselle, you've been paying attention, haven't you? You were there for all the tales I told you, for everything that has happened up until this moment. So you should know just how loathsome a woman I am, too weak to even keep herself together. No, Giselle. I'm nothing compared to her. Giselle. See? You haven't changed one bit. You still get louder and louder the more you lose your temper. Why do you feel the need to compare yourself to her? Because she's a better match for you. Giselle, I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. I'm so sorry for keeping you waiting. And I want you to believe me when I say that I dearly missed you from the bottom of my heart. I wanted you back, and that has not changed. Believe me. I love you. I missed you so much too. She leaps into my arms, and she's just as cold as ever. Her warmth, deprived body feels like an embodiment of all my mistakes. I wrap my arms around her, and I'm immediately filled with unparalleled relief. Even as she sobs into my chest, her body cold as ice. And then the darkness parts. We are once more at the top of the observation tower. It's still shrouded in a miasma of shadows, but we're back in the mansion now. We have emerged from the darkness in our heart. Mikkel, Yes? I'm sorry. For what? I never should have erased you from my memories. Yours are the memories I needed to hold on to the tightest. I was so glad to hear you say you still loved me, even after learning the truth about me. Thank you so much. I'm incredibly relieved. As I watched, it felt like you were slipping farther and farther away from me, Giselle. It terrified me. Maybe it makes me a coward or pitiful, but I was truly afraid of you coming to hate me. I would never hate you, Mikkel, ever. Thank you. We must leave this place. What? It would not be wise for us to remain here long. The air is still thick with darkness. But the front door won't open, and even if we could get out from somewhere, what would happen to us? We finally found each other again after so long. I want to share a quiet, modest life with you like before. What if that all disappears when we step outside? After all, we are. She doesn't finish, but I feel like I know what she was going to say. We're different now. She's stepped far outside the bounds of mortality. And the same could be said of me. I am the man known as Mikkel is, long since dead. The mansion itself does not follow the rules of nature either, as beings no longer in possession of their proper forms. Stepping outside these walls could very well mean the end of us. I can't say what might lay in store, but we must return. Even though by staying here, we could be together for all time, I don't imagine that would be a very happy life. There is no sun here, no chirping birds, no trees or breeze to rustle the leaves. If we stay here, the nothingness will eat away at us. We have finally reattained our old selves. We need to take action now, while we can. What if I say I want to stay here? Then I'll drag you out. It's almost like we've switched places. Back then, it was you who wanted to stay. It's also kind of funny hearing you speak favorably of the outside, and especially the sun. The words, "That's all thanks to you," are on my lips, but before I can say them, I find myself hypnotized by her smile. That smile has picked me up so many times. She claims it's her only redeeming feature, but if she didn't have it, my life would have gone in a very different direction. I'm grateful to have gotten that back too. Say, we're in the middle of a very, touching reunion, wouldn't you say? I suppose so, yes. And wouldn't you say there's a certain way these things usually go? Huh? Ugh, are you really gonna make me say it? I was, hoping you might perhaps kiss me? What? I guess he hasn't changed. What? Oh, seriously, what? Where did all that boldness from a second ago go? What happened to all that momentum you were building? Yeah, about that. I think that might be more appropriate later? Later? How much later? After we find an exit? We're, in a hurry? You're just making excuses because you don't want to. I swear that's not it. Even now, she finds a reason to just make this situation, the darkest of situations, full of humor. I like that. Giselle, let's save that for when things aren't as crazy. I can't relax and enjoy it right now. What are you, 12? I can't even. I almost didn't say that with a straight face. Oh, hush. Alright, fine. But you better keep your word, got it? Promise. Let's go then. Let's find our way out of the mansion. There, our frozen time should begin moving again. That's hopefully where our future waits. It will be. No, we'll make it so. Yes, we will. If we leave the mansion, it should release our souls as well. And in doing so, should finally provide her deliverance. So I mustn't hesitate. To end all of this, for both of us, we must start again. This is where we... What? Oh, the witch. Excuse me a minute, guys. Darkness. Darkness. It's a blackness purer than anything I've experienced in this house. Not a trace of light anywhere to be found. Why did I ever think the house would let us go so easily? Why did I ever think our time in the darkness was over? Mikhail! The darkness surges through the open door like a wave, flooding the observation tower, like ivy growing wildly to cover every last inch of every surface. Consuming, defiling, eroding, our fingers slip apart, and concentrated rancor rains down upon us. Ah, how hideous a world this is. Ah, no! Mikhail! Please! Please! Don't let go of my hand! Giselle! Mikhail! I said I would never let her go again. I said I would get her out of this place. I swore I would. But as hard as I try to stretch, I can't reach her hand. Help, Mikhail! I can't move. I can't move my body. Ah! I went out of my way to give you a beautiful tragedy. So why must you so stubbornly insist on this ugliness? The more you struggle, my dears, the thicker and more palpable your filthiness becomes. Ah, it's sickening. Wouldn't you agree? She always spat her bile with a song-like cadence, singing like a little girl, chirping like a morning bird. She celebrates misery, and she watches for the worst possible moment to let out a cackle. Morgana! Ah, so that's what she looks like. I swear, you two are hopeless. I pity you. I give you my deepest condolences. Let go! Let me go! Don't! Hold on, let's back like that. That's important. Don't take me away from him! Giselle! The darkness seeping into her grew thicker by the moment, and its black tendrils weren't just wrapped around her, but me as well. Stop this, Morgana! Let her! Let her go? Wow, nothing more original. I need a devoted puppet to protect this mansion for me, so I can't give her up, not even at your request. Besides, why should I give back something you threw away? Something you abandoned again and again? What are you talking about? You still haven't figured it out, my dear. Or are you just feigning ignorance for your own convenience? You always did like to withhold anything that might prove disadvantageous. Mikhail! Giselle, give me your hand. Reach harder. Reach as hard as you can. Grab my hand. I can't do it. It's like I'm tied up. I can't move at all. She's right there. She waited so many hundreds of years for me. Finally managed to reclaim herself. And she's right there. So why can't my hand go any farther? Why can't I reach her wrist, her hand, or even a strand of her flowing hair? Why can't I get her back again? Mikhail! Her voice is growing fainter, more distant. The darkness shrouds her, taking her away from me. Her arms, her fingers, the hand she led me with. Her smiling face. Her once glowing grin and her now more modest smile. The witch's darkness is stealing every last bit of her. Hell. Hell. Ah, no. Stop! Please, don't do this! Take me instead of her! Why? Why does it have to be her? Why her? Morgana! Why? Because your work is done, my dear. By all accounts, as the one who resurrected me, you should have become my guide as well. But you let a silly woman emotionally manipulate you, and you gave up on cursing others. And then you threw away your life, deluded into thinking you were protecting her. Morgana! You already gave up the position once. Don't think you can just walk up and ask for it back. Set her! Set yourself free! I'll do anything you ask! If you need a puppet, I'll be your puppet. If you want more from me, it's yours for the taking. But I can't leave her to remain in this cursed house any longer. You certainly have let your obsession for this girl take its toll on you. I much prefer the old pessimistic cynical Mikkel. It wasn't until I met Giselle that I truly became human. She made me into what I'm supposed to be. I can't lose her again. Is that so? Well, you'll come to a harsh realization soon enough that everything you saw in her was just a facade. It was not. Alright then. If you want her back so badly, you can have her. But in exchange, I want you to entertain me. Oh man, every time. Do not listen to her, man. Will you endure maddening agony for me? Will you know pain enough to make you howl? Will you face despair? Again, and again, and again? If you need her that badly, you can bear anything, can't you? She's lying, bro. She did this already to her. You and I both know this. If that is what you want from me, if that will allow her to see the sun once more. Brilliant. Wait! Morgana! Morgana! As you wish, foolish boy. I was looking for a way to keep busy anyway. So I'll use you to kill some time. Find your way to me, my dear. Find your way to me without going mad or succumbing to despair. And do hurry. Or she might lose her mind again. Those memories you forced her to relive. Those hundreds of years she spent locked away in her shell. All that fear that ate away at her. It's a bit much to have to reflect on with a clear mind, wouldn't you say? That's why I need to be there for her. Why I have to get her out of here. That's my obligation to her. You're the one who let go of her hand, though. You can put a broken cup back together, but the slightest tap in the wrong place will shatter it again. Morgana! The witch's cackling fades into the distance. Really, because it doesn't sound like it's fading. There it is. My outstretched hand is completely enveloped in the shadows. I can't even make out the faintest of outline of it. And I can't tell if I'm sinking, floating, being pushed along some invisible stream, or falling with incredible speed. My eyes are open, but they can detect nothing. The complete lack of sound is almost painful. Nothing, anything, anywhere. Void. My consciousness begins to drift. Vague remnants of the feeling of her hand and mine are my only link to reality, my one and only landmark. Giselle. I must get her back. She waited, enduring for hundreds, no, almost 1,000 years. And now it's my turn to act. I have to hold that resolve, hold it firm, so that I never forget her again, so that I never lose myself again, even if I'm consumed by the darkness. You must never back down. You must never look away. You must never lose her. The house in Fata Morgana. The story behind the story. Did I beat the game? Is that it? Is that how... Oh. Got me. Hey, Master. Hello? Is anyone in there? Master? Oh, good. Welcome back. What's gotten into you? I thought you had fallen asleep with your eyes open. I am not accustomed to people needing my attention. Or, I suppose, talking face to face at all. This is my mansion. Giselle's right in front of me, smiling like she always did. Smiling for me. You're not hurt, Giselle? You've been alone for 10 years, but now I'm living here with you. So what do you say we do a little practice conversation? Practice conversation? What exactly do you think I am? Yeah. No offense intended. I just thought it'd be nice if you had more back and forth skills. So in short, you're saying I'm such a poor conversationalist, I need training. Hey, don't get so snippy. That's not what I meant. I'm saying we don't talk enough and I want to talk to you more. It's fun. No. This is an old memory. From when Giselle first returned to the mansion. And we were just starting our new life together. When we were still feeling around in the dark. What exactly would you like to talk about then? Each other, of course. I have nothing to say. Now, let's not be rash. It can be anything. Things you like, things you don't like. Start with something small. Insignificant. Does that serve any purpose? It does, yes. The more you know about someone, the closer you feel to them, and the better friends you can become. Is that how it works? Now that's out of the way, ask me something. Ask me anything and I'll gladly answer. Her eyes are lit up like a child's. Is she really so eager to converse with me? I don't believe it. What's the matter? I'm ready for anything. Very well. I'll ask whatever comes to mind. Go for it. Alright, are you gonna... are you gonna give me like... Alright, we should save here. I can save at least this time. Unlike the last time. Alright, you haven't told me your age. We'll go down. My age? Take a guess. I thought she said she would tell me anything. I wanna say... 20. Wow, you're exactly right. You're surprisingly astute, Master. And what's surprising about that? I didn't expect you to get it on your first try. Have you been secretly watching me? Oh, Master, you're making me blush. Why the silent death stare glare? Same thing. I'm struck with an overwhelming urge to hurl you out the window. Oh, you're no fun. Okay, it's your turn now. How old are you, Master? As I recall, I should be 27 this year. Oh wow, you're much older than I expected. What did you expect? You are very mellow, like I would expect of an older man, but every once in a while you give the impression of a teenage boy. For what it's worth, I mean that in a good way. For what it's worth. Alright, tell me about your family. You want to know about my family? We were pretty normal, I think. Not much interesting about us. We had been able to get citizenship in the capital, but we weren't super rich or anything. In fact, it was because we were having money troubles that I ended up here. It's not easy for 3 women to make it on their own. You didn't have a father or any brothers? No. We lost my father to a plague when I was young. And since then, it's been me, my mother, and my older sister. But they're both bright, lively people. Our family's motto is, a smile can make anything better. Maybe that explains why she can still smile now, even after nearly succumbing to despair. I've always kind of wanted some brothers, though. Men are more suited to physical labor, yes. Not quite what I was going for. I feel like, I don't know, the kinds of things you would ask a brother and a sister for help with are different. I'm not sure how to explain it, but a guy with broad shoulders and muscular arms is someone you can look up to, for instance. Someone who looks like they'd always keep you safe. She's never been betrayed by family, it would seem. She can't even imagine family hurting her. She has no idea that those closest to you, those who are supposed to care about you more than anything, can be your greatest enemies. That blood is a bond heavier than any chain. Master? I believe your brothers are still on your side. It's been so long. I don't know if they are. I don't know what they think about me anymore. I'm sure they're still your allies. You want to believe it too, don't you? You want to believe they're not enemies. Let's believe in them together then. Anything you want to believe, you should. It's such a better way to look at the world than the other way around. You have to be positive, or one day you'll crack. Always remember to have faith so that doesn't happen. I don't understand. She's honest about her emotions in a way I simply cannot be. She's the exact opposite of me in that regard, and yet she can still read me. I don't get it. How can she understand me like that? It's like she can read my mind. If only I could just tell her everything. Make it all another page in our mindless chatter. Get everything weighing down on me off my chest. Is something the matter? You're cruel. What? I said you're cruel. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry, I was speaking in the wrong voice. I'm sorry. Ignore me. In preparation for the day you can finally go back home, you're gonna have to stop being such a picky eater. Where'd that come from? Think about how terrible it would be if when that day finally came, you went back sickly and weak and emaciated. You wouldn't be able to enjoy yourself. You're still alright, Master. You're doing okay. So let's try to keep you healthy. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. Wow. I thought we beat the game, and it's still going, so I don't know what's going on right now, guys, but it is what it is. But we're going to continue on, because this game is just going to continue until hopefully we get Giselle back.